Thank you very much for joining us on World Unity Week, Monday, the 19th of June, 2023. I am honored to be able to welcome Mare Cromwell. She is a Gaia mystic and high priestess, a humble servant to the Great Mother. As an internationally known Gaia mystic and high priestess, visionary, healer, and award-winning author, she is here to help love in the new earth. Mare has studied with Native American teachers for 26 years and co-hosts the 1,000 Goddesses Gathering Global Grid. She also leads the Great Mother Love Way year-long course and is the founder and director of the Great Mother Love Way nonprofit. Mare, thank you so much for joining us today. Would you open with a blessing, please?
I'd be honored, and thank you, Shannon, for asking me to do this with you, this beautiful conversation with Mother and me and you, because it's not just you and me. All right, here we go. Oh, I am that I am, calling on the Creator and the Creatrix. Please hold us in sacred space. Bless us. May this conversation be all that it is meant to be for the highest good, for divine plan alignment, for Mother Gaia and us. Ho. Calling on Mother Gaia. Ho, Mama. Ho, Mother, please bless us with your sacred love, your blessings. Hold us in sacred space. Allow your wisdom and your love to come through, to touch us, touch our hearts, touch our beings during these interesting, adventurous times. Oh, love you, Mother. And to all the other spirit teams behind the Great Mother Love Way who support this work, this dance, this play, this service to Mother Gaia, humbly asking for all of your support. The highest good for divine plan alignment. Ho. May the wisdom that comes forward touch each of us in the way that it's meant to, from Mother. Aho.
Oh, thank you so much. And so, my first question would have to be for Mother Earth, are you the same being that we know? Oh, wait a minute, that was already asked and answered. You are Mother Gaia.
Well, they may not know the answer.
Oh, that's true. Why don't you
again?
say, please, are you the same being that we know as Gaia?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are nuances to the answer to that question. So let me go ahead and share some nuances. Yes. Earth Mother and Mother and Gaia are the same being, as in they are, the names are used for our planetary caretaker. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting, and I'm not going to be too far afield with this because it's a longer story. We don't have time for it today, but we actually have a new planetary caretaker who came in the past 10 years. And there was another very powerful divine feminine being who was our planetary caretaker who has phased out and needed to go for healing, because our planetary caretakers come from off planet. And from what I was told on the spirit plane, we're now with our 6th planetary caretaker. So for most people, Pachamama, Earth Mother, Gaia, Mother Earth, Papa Tanuka, all these different names, Aluna, that indigenous peoples have for our planetary caretaker, Earth Mother, um, it's fine to say it's the same being right now.
Interesting. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That puts nuances on my questions. Do the gods identified, worshipped by the Greeks, the Romans, the Hindus, etc., do they have an existence outside of time as we know and experience it?
Mother's saying to understand that the questions that you have put forward, that you emailed to me, the depths of the answers extend into realms that are beyond our human consciousness. Having said that, these deities, and every tradition has deities, whether it's European traditions or African or wherever, they are spiritual beings who have come in from off planet to support humanity, to help us grow spiritually. Some of the deities, do I need to go there, Mother? Do you want to go there? She's saying the original intention for them to come in was to support the raising of the consciousness, the spiritual growth of humans. But some of them have gotten a little bit off track because of dynamics here on the planet that have been challenging for humans and for those types of spiritual beings.
Yeah, our imaginations are so vivid, and we experience our world through our imagination and our senses that are very individual and different, I imagine, from what God, Gaia, Spirit, other entities that we have named, and by naming them, confine them within the boundaries that the words hold. And they are much bigger, I imagine, than those words can encompass.
Yeah, and so let me just tune in. We name them so that we can connect with them, reach out to them spiritually. By our naming them as humans, it doesn't confine them or constrain them from who they truly are. It's just a way of us having a relationship with them, because very few humans can connect with them by the energetic frequencies that they each have that are individual to each spiritual being. It's very few humans can do that. So we rely on the names because most humans work with a auditory verbal languaging, and we have names for each other, and but who they are and the way to connect with them beyond just a name, they understand. They're very compassionate to us. They came in to support us. So the naming of them is, they understand. But it is possible to connect with them by tuning into their spiritual frequency if a person has the capacity to do that.
And we are learning. Thank you so much. Or relearning, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so does our awareness or worship of them have an effect on them? You?
Worship is an interesting word. Can you define worship as you are sort of speaking that word in this conversation?
Give power to. That, um, making sacrifices to. Oh.
Okay, let me ask Mother. I'm already getting a response. There are certain understandings or misunderstandings and perceptions of deities that source from traditions that are have not served Mother for thousands of years, basically. Traditions that belittle who we are as humans, because we are very powerful beings unto ourselves as individuals, which we've been dumbed down to forget. And these deities that have come in have never asked us to give our power to them. And the ones, the traditions that started to do sacrifices, you know, throwing the virgin into the volcano or animal sacrifice, that's this is a sensitive topic. Mothers like say it. That's not really what these deities have ever requested when they were sourcing from their purest essence. That type of spiritual practice has been influenced by denser energies. So to take it outside of that topic itself, of the sacrifices, they have willingly come forward to support the culture in which they supported, the tradition, the religion, the part of the world, to help those humans grow spiritually. They source from much higher frequencies that they can hold, that are not just the 3D denser energetics. And so from the very get-go, the deities who have come in to support us want a relationship with us, and it's a love relationship. And as we come to work with different deities, we can call on specific ones to support us with certain types of situations or energies to help us grow. But it's really a love relationship, like divine love relationship in its purest essence.
I'm not surprised, and I am very, very gratified. Thank you. I gotta say, you know, Mama Gaia, I have been deeply in love with you for a while now. And I have realized what's been going on for me, you know, over the last, you know, more vividly in the last 5 years, but over 10 years, I gave myself to you, to Mama Gaia. And I was once told by a channeler or a psychic that I was in love with the planet. And I said, yes, that's it. And I want to ask you, on behalf of humanity, do you miss us walking with our bare feet upon you?
Okay, so Mother really wants to speak through me right now. My beloved daughter, Shannon, thank you for how beautiful your heart is and how much you are committed to me, to support humanity, to support the awakening, the coming back home, that I miss all of my two-leggeds having me in their hearts. I miss all of my two-leggeds sending me love, connecting with me, remembering who I am and who you are as beloved two-leggeds here on the planet. Remembering who you are, I miss that. But there's great change happening right now, and many of you are waking up and coming back home to me and starting to remember. And I celebrate this greatly. If humanity only knew how much I am celebrating what's happening on the planet right now that are beyond human realms. Please sit in this energy transmission, this love field that I'm putting around everyone who is listening. I'm inviting you to sit in this and take this energy into your heart and know that my heart is touching you, your energy body, and your hearts. Help you feel, if it's only a glimpse of how much I love all of you. Oh,
Thank you so much. I imagine humanity as the hands you created to tend you and enhance your beauty. Are we the green man reborn until we learn to wield our will in a good way? Is this a helpful image for us to hold?
So she wants to speak directly to you again, Shannon. My beloved daughter, Shannon. There are so many things happening on so many levels. There are so many beings who are tending to me, helping me be beautiful, who are in the spiritual realms and even in the physical realms. I'm calling all of you home. I'm calling all of you to live from your hearts and come back into balance with me, so that, yes, every step you take can be one of beauty and healing for you and for me and for all the sacred beings that are beyond the human realms that are here with me also, because we are all one collective oneness. She stopped there.
Thank you. It has been said that, each one of us has a star that is ours. We have Venus, the planet, and Mars, the planet, and so all of these pantheons of gods and whatnots, and all of that in this being that I am. I'm aware of all of these different ways of acknowledging the mystery. And I am also aware of biomimicry and the way that Gaia, dear Mother Gaia, has taught us through showing us what's possible by presenting us with learning examples of the butterfly and the dragonfly and Mama Gaia, I know you're alive. That to me, life requires reproduction. And I'm trying to wrap my little human mind around what that means. Is our planet your womb within which the body of the one we are is being formed? Do the systems and wounds we create in 3D extend into the dimension in which you and other gods exist?
You've said a lot there. Let me, okay. The earth and all beings here on earth are here. Well, okay, take that back. Most beings are here because of a greater divine plan for Earth to be a highly, highly evolved spiritual planet of high, high consciousness. We all sourced from elsewhere, whether it's a planet or whatever it is, not necessarily just a planet. And that includes even the trees, the nature spirits. All the seeds of consciousness and physicality here on Earth, and this beautiful spiritual blueprint for what Earth was always meant to be has been very closely coordinated by spiritual councils from off planet. So the womb of all life, all consciousness here on Earth sources from actually off planet. There is the womb of creation within the universe. And that is where we all source from, ultimately. It's very complex, and yet it's relatively simple. You know, we are here to experience creation. We are creation experiencing itself. Things on Earth have gone through bumpy phases. So some energies and beings here on Earth were never meant to be here. But ultimately, okay. She says, I really, really, really yearn for every single one of my beloved two-leggeds to realize how powerful you are and how divine you are. And how the collective consciousness of humans is interwoven with a much greater consciousness of all sorts of beings. The indigenous peoples call the hoop of life. Again, I call all of my beloved humans home to remember this. I have so, so much love for every single one of you. Oh.
Thank you so much. I should have broken that question down smaller and Um,
It's all good.
uh, I once had a conversation with a friend who was intrigued by how I see humanity as part of the life cycle of a god. Now, with the answer you've just given me, I think I might have to rethink it. But the one we are we one? We've been saying it for decades. And I've tried to wrap my understanding or my around what is the one we are. And maybe it's just, you know, like cells in a body being coming together and working through agreements in order to be one, or maybe we are different entities all in a stream like water flowing through time, but time only happens here on Earth. Well, there's a good question. Does time only here? Is it only experienced by humans?
She's kind of chuckling a little right now.
Yeah.
This falls into the category if it's really hard for your human brains to understand. It is all now. And she's suggesting we all just breathe into that truth. And she's chuckling a little more. She's okay. She's saying, I can understand how, I know it's not like I know how it is that you humans have evolved to this illusion of time and feeling constrained and everything else that happens around this illusion of time. And then she's just saying, I love you. She's chuckling. She's saying, I know this is going to bring up more questions than answers. Okay, this is what's coming forward. She's kind of nudging me a little with this, because this is more from me and not from her. We all have higher selves. Whether we're really connected to our higher self or not, or remember, or whatever it is, people have their own spiritual paths and spiritual growth. But within the realms of where our higher selves are, it is all one and is all now. Our higher selves know this truth. Which for me personally gives me a little bit of peace. Personally.
Yeah. We're called to learn to trust. And being human is so interesting. I'm deeply grateful for the experience. And Mama Gaia, thank you so much for being here and part of my experience. Walking my my red road here on your body. is such a deep honor. Wow. I do have one more question that I feel that the pleasure that I give myself gives you pleasure too. Culturally, we're taught that self-pleasure isn't healthy or good. Or what is your perspective, Mama Gaia?
First of all, she's extending so much love to you right now. My beloved daughter, Shannon, if only you and so many others were aware of how much conditioning has prevented you, hindered you, blocked you from really experiencing all the joy and goodness and energy and vitality that you were given. You chose to come in here and have a physical body. And in that choice as a soul, a spiritual being, you knew on the spirit planes what you were signing up for, so to speak. But what got thrown off with these centuries of cultural conditioning is that you're meant to experience all the joy you can with your physicality, with other humans, so long as it's serving the highest good for everyone. Sometimes there are people who have gotten a little off track and their sense of joy is hurtful to others. I'm not talking about that kind of joy. Your bodies are energy flowing. Please enjoy your bodies. Please pleasure. She's chuckling. Please pleasure. She's just stopping there. Please pleasure. It's like by yourself or with others, your partner. It's a way of your body singing. And I love it when my beloved children are singing, because so many of you have forgotten how to sing. To sing with the vitality and joy of enjoying your bodies. To sing with the way that you grow your food and embrace the songs of the plants, the songs of the water. There are songs all around, everywhere on the planet and off planet, of harmony and balance and love